This is Aristides 060R, and today we're gonna explore its features. I'm gonna let you hear some tones, and finally I will talk about my opinion about this particular guitar and also Aristides. But first, I want to thank Very Nice Guitars for lending me this beautiful instrument. They specialized in buying and selling high quality guitars. So if you're interested, they are very dedicated and they're finding the most beautiful stuff. I don't know how, but probably that's their secret sauce. You can check them out. If you're interested, this guitar still might be available for purchase. But if it's already sold out by the time you're watching this video, don't worry. Good guitars are kind of hard to keep, so it's always coming and going kind of situation. They are sharing the new guitars in the social media. You can follow them or check daily, weekly, monthly, depending on your schedule basis, and check what kind of listing they have for that particular time. Maybe it's your next dream guitar, who knows. I would also like to thank Pascal from Aristides to provide me details about this guitar, especially the pickups and the wiring. It was pretty important to make this video, and it's actually great to hear from him since we actually met in the last guitar summit. We talk about the raw finish and how these guitars are kind of made, how durable they are, and so on. And I hope to continue our chat in the next guitar summit. Thank you, Pascal. Let's take a quick look at the guitar and its key features. Aristides instruments are made from a material called Arium, and it's designed to have the structural and acoustic properties of premium woods, and they developed it in a way that it will provide the strengths of these premium woods that are kind of referenced without their weakness, meaning that it's more durable, have more resonance and sustain. Each guitar is created as a one piece. They actually call it one piece construction. It ensures extreme sustain and consistency. It has a couple of layers to create a rigid skeleton like carbon fiber or things that I don't know about. And after that they put the Arium in and complete the whole body at once. This guitar is raw finish, meaning that the color is actually created in the molding process, and they can also paint it, and there are so many painted versions and customization options available. You can actually order something that is kind of matching to your dream guitar 100%, and I'm pretty sure they can do it because if you ever check their gallery, there are so many options, so many possibilities, and they all look amazing. You can actually check their factory tour that they did like a year ago, I guess, and Pascal is explaining in detail how they are approaching to that, and with custom orders they actually have some sort of tests and you are constantly in contact with them, and without your approval they don't start the molding and the painting process, which is great. So you definitely get your dream guitar if you talk to the guys and actually give all the details that they would need to make all the paints and finishes and whatnot. And I think this is amazing because this attention to detail will result in an instrument that will look exactly as provided till many years. This guitar comes with Bareknuckle pickups. This one is Holydiver and this one is Emerald. The bridge is Schaller Hannes. This is the first time I'm actually kind of trying this bridge, and we have hip shot grip lock open core tuners. We have rich light fretboard. The radius is compound and 12 to 16, and it is in neck comfortability. In neck profile actually is comfortable C, and to me it's between PRS and Ibanez. It's kinda comfortable like PRS to my hands, but it's a little bit wider and also a little bit thinner as I would experience in an Ibanez RG or maybe the latest AZs, but they're also a little bit beefy, so I should probably go with standard RG Wizard necks here. Nut is Graphtec Black Tusk, and we have Jaskar stainless steel frets, which are not glued in but pushed and pressed in, which is kind of a different method if I remember and know kind of correctly, because most of the luthiers or brands who are making guitars actually gluing their frets, but it's kind of a different case for Aristides. Now, let's hear some tones. I'm going to dial some clean, crunch, and high gain setup, and after that I'm gonna play it for you. It's gonna be same or similar stuff. I'm gonna change the pickups, everything will be on the screen, and I've also provided the DI tones for you, so you can actually download them. It's gonna be in the description, and you can reamp the DI as you wish, and hopefully you will be able to judge the same guitar with your setup. If you're ready, let's start. Before we check the tones, I realized that 90% of you guys didn't subscribe yet, and I promise you, if you engage with the videos, subscribe and give your thoughts, I will do my absolute best to answer them in detail. And whatever you request as a video, I'm going to be there to answer you and hopefully make a video about it. With that promise, I hope to see you as a subscriber in the channel, and let's hear the tones together. Let's discuss my thoughts and opinions about this guitar. I want to talk about Arium first and the absence of wood. Since I'm a purist guitarist, I always cared about the wood, how it looks, how it sounds, and so on. And personally, I am unable to identify the tone wood. Maybe I can if I really, work on it, but I certainly don't care. So for that reason, I'm also in a genre where everything is ultra processed, and the cab and the amp and whatever pickups you have, it kind of affects more and more. And I would kind of think the wood choice as something that is visually appealing or not. That is actually the reason that I always look for the best cap, the best look when it comes to the guitar. Of course, I have a huge must-have list, but even if they're all kind of fit and matched, I would certainly look for the visual of the guitar, because when I see the guitar, it should just give me that look. You have to play me. By looking at me, you will be motivated to play the guitar, and I will be part of your musical journey. That is what I need when it comes to wood. So, for that reason, I care about wood, but I'm also an engineer and I care about environment much more. And I think Aristides is one of the best companies when it comes to coming up with invention, innovation area. They are doing their best. If you watch the factory tour, you will realize that they are doing their best to optimize every single part of this guitar making process. And of course, it is also coming from the fact that they are not using wood and they have a very different start point. And to me, Arium never ever felt like it's not wood when I'm playing it, because most of the time, since I don't care that fact, I thought that I'm playing a guitar. That's all. I didn't have any other opinions to judge what Arium is and what kind of tone I should expect, because this is made of Arium. Acoustically, it is pretty resonant, even without any amp, even without anything. As an instrument, it is pretty great. And when I dial it in, since my genre kinda dictates a highly processed sound, I usually find myself in a position where I don't care which guitar I'm using. Of course, I'm talking about my own guitars here, not this particular one, but I never ever see myself judging this guitar in the studio when it comes to tone wood or any debate that would kind of make people mad. So Arium certainly passes me. The whole design when it comes to the body and the one-piece construction is also amazing. I love neck-through instruments, and of course this neck-through is also pretty satisfying, and I never had any issue when it comes to reaching, anywhere. Raw finish is actually my favorite because it is giving the ultimate satin feeling that I needed. I certainly need satin guitars, and one of the reasons that I got my Pliny is it's completely satin, and it is also the reason that I'm enjoying my Holcombs, because I really need this neck area smooth as possible, and satin finish kind of gives that. This raw guitars have the nano coating. I'm not quite sure if it's called actually satin finish. And I also played the painted guitars. When it comes to painted high glows, I didn't like that. This is a must, having the satin neck. This is kind of optional, but I didn't like it, and I like the raw ones the best. The look is amazing. It is always consistent. I couldn't use it. And the most important part of it, to me at least, aside from the fact that it's raw finish, it is also one of the most durable guitars that you will find out there. If you are touring, or if you're kind of traveling in different places, this guitar is not going to fail you, because this guitar is not made from wood, and even if it has nano coating or not, it's going to provide you some sort of standard. And when you set up the guitar well, it is going to be very, very, very close to that setup. Probably, from tuning to the neck setup, it's going to be the same, even if you change your area, kind of travel, move, do some touring in Europe and just fly to America. It's not going to be a very different setup that you need to handle. It's going to be pretty close. It is durable, and this fact is kind of helping to set the guitar and actually choose an instrument like this, because you can actually trust this one wherever you go. The Schaller Hannes bridge is kind of scared me at the first time, because I didn't know that these saddles are kind of falling off. It is a normal thing. You can just put it back, and I actually did that particular thing because you can access the Allen key thingy in the bottom, and you can actually change the string action that way, and you don't have this stupid string spacing issue with this one. I think if there's a special setting for that, I don't know why I cannot see it, but usually these kind of saddles have two different kind of screws, and you're actually using your Allen key to set up the string action. But if you push one of them a little bit more than that, more than the other one, it's going to move to that part. It's gonna fall off, and it's gonna change the string spacing. It's kind of an issue that I just experienced with my Custom 24. I can set up guitars pretty well, but I never ever had to change the string spacing. And on this one, I wanted to try if I can find a good setup for myself. And now my Custom 24 sounds a little bit strange to me, so I have to work on it a little bit more. But it's an amazing to set up, and also the Allen key screws here to set up intonation is an amazing idea. I just wish that every single guitar brand changed this one, because normal usual screws, when you move them, when you use the screwdriver for it, you take a little bit of material every turn, and after some point it's kind of damaged and it's not turning anymore. You need to do something about it. You need to change the screw and whatever you can to fix it. And with Allen key, it is much better. It is a little bit delicate, and when you set it up, it's giving you exactly what you need. So this Schaller bridge idea was pretty good. I don't know who actually ordered this particular model with this setup, but probably they knew Schaller pretty well, and now I think I know it enough to actually set up, and it was pretty easy to use. So I will totally check a little bit more guitars with this Schaller bridge. Finally and generally, I like the tones. I definitely like the feeling, the choice of the compound radius, the neck profile, how it's played, and I think it has all the modern choices. Modern choices means that a modern metal guitar player would order a guitar like this, and I think it is kind of checking all the check marks, except only one thing that I would change would be the pickups. It's not because they're not good, it's because I like the sound of juggernauts or polymats, much better. I played guitars with those pickups before. I really liked them. I also heard a lot of demos with those pickups, so I know how they sound, I know their response, I know how they would sound in a distorted context. So for that reason, I feel like the only thing I would change in this guitar would be the pickups. But of course, it's me, and probably the response and result would be changed if someone other than me would play this guitar. But I can watch for all the features that this guitar has. Everything is kind of thought through, and I believe Aristides is one of the companies that are pushing the innovation and also invention, considering the Arium usage in the guitar industry. And this particular guitar that I'm holding in my hand, it's gonna go back pretty soon, and I will be sad and mad about it. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye, because this is it. This is actually a pretty good instrument that is kind of meeting a modern metal guitarist needs. What do you think of Aristides 060R? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more reviews, covers, mixing tutorials, original music, and so on. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.